What's up, guys? Welcome to Lock It Up for November 4th, 2021. I'm your host, Tanner Kern, and you are joining the best pick show on YouTube. Yes, I just said it. The best pick show on YouTube. Am I afraid to make that announcement? Am I afraid to make that proclamation? Hell no. We've only had 3 episodes, and you know what? Only 2 of them have had picks because the first episode was NFL Week 9 picks, and that's not taking place till tonight and Sunday and Monday. So you know what? We are still the best show on the internet. We're always going to be the best show on the internet. And just because we're young here at the Sports 2.0 Network, I'm not afraid to make that proclamation. Let's get into it, guys. We're going to take money from the sports books today. That's what we do on this show. We take money from the sports books. Speaking of sports books, DraftKings Sportsbook, perfect segue there. DraftKings, the number one sports book in the business, guys. They're giving you a deposit match. Deposit match. I'm getting so fired up. I love talking about this stuff. Deposit match up to $1,000. So if you're a high roller, now high roller, it's a very broad term. We can, everyone's a high roller in some regard, right? But DraftKings $1,000 deposit match. The high rollers, you put in $1,000, they're gonna match you $1,000. That means they're giving you $1,000 in free money. I've never heard anyone lose money playing with free money because it's impossible to lose money playing with free money. DraftKings is doing that for you guys. You want to put in $25, just get started in the industry. Put $25 in. They're going to match it, guys. Can't get any better than that. Links in the description below, guys. Shout out to DraftKings. We love working with them here at the Sports 2.0 Network. Connect with me on social. And as always, if you have not hammered the subscribe button, press it right now. You don't have to pause the video to press it. Just go down, press it. Press it, hammer it, smash it. Let's go out. Let's win some money today. Today, we're going to be taking money from the sports books, as I said. Yesterday, we had a very good day. 2-1. 2-1. Now, I would have liked to see the Bulls win yesterday. They had a tight matchup as an underdog with the 76ers. Barely lost. Barely. Okay? They will bounce back in the future. But Bulls, we're not betting them tonight. Bulls money line, they let me down. We did pick the Celtics. Celtics got right last night. I don't know if they really got right. They won the game. They covered. That's what we care about. But in future times, I'm not really that confident betting on the Celtics. And also, we had Hurricanes money line versus the Blackhawks. Hurricanes got the win. That was a tight matchup, but they found a way to win late. So gotta love that. 2-1 yesterday, as I said. Now we got 3 bets today. We got a couple NBA, and then we got one football bet, one little prop bet. It's Thursday night. We got to get into the props. I've never been so excited for a Jets football game in my life. Not Giants, Jets. Who I'm talking about the worst team in New York. The Giants are the second worst team in New York. But let's get into it. Celtics versus Heat tonight. Heat minus 6.5. The bottom line in this game is we talked about the get right game yesterday for the Boston Celtics. Was it really a get-right game? We can compare this to the NFL with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had the Giants at home in a primetime matchup to get right. Did he actually get right, though? Not really. They barely won the game. Last night, Celtics did win by 13 points. Woohoo, great. 92-79. That's awesome. But again, there looked like there was tension on the court. Their big 3, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I thought they were going to score a little more. I thought they were going to mesh a little more. I thought Jason Tatum would have a few more assists last night. He had 3 assists in one quarter. The remainder of the game, he didn't have any assists. We need to pass the ball as the Celtics. Now, bottom line is, even if the Celtics played well last night, played better, I mean, they should beat the Orlando Magic, honestly. They should play like absolute trash and still beat the Orlando Magic and still cover. But even if they would have played well last night, I'm still picking against them in this game. You got the Heat at minus 6.5. The Heat look outstanding this year. Bam Adebayo looks like the reigning, defending, undisputed early pick for Defensive Player of the Year. Jimmy Butler's definitely going to be a front runner for Offensive Player of the Year. The Heat look very, very good. They're the best team in basketball right now, in my opinion, and they will cover against the Celtics on a back-to-back for the Celtics. Back-to-backs are very hard in basketball. You know, all these basketball guys are so tough, right? It's tough to play 2 games in a row. It is very tough. So Celtics are going to struggle tonight. Heat are going to cover with these. I think this could get ugly. Celtics are about to embark on a brutal road trip. They started with a little cakewalk over the Orlando Magic. They're going to have a tough time moving forward. So I'm going to go Heat minus 6.5 in this game. Then we got Jazz versus Hawks money line. I love the underdogs. We almost pulled one out with the Bulls yesterday. We're going a little lower here today. Hawks money line at plus 104. Yesterday, Bulls was plus 108. We'll look at the Hawks in this game. Hawks are undefeated at home. They're going to remain undefeated. Why? 1, Trae Young's going to have a huge night. Number 2, John Collins and Clint Capella are going to win the rebounding battle. Why are they going to win the rebounding battle? Oh, what about Rudy Gobert? Rudy Gobert's hurt. Donovan Mitchell's hurt. They're not going to play tonight, most likely. If they do play, they're probably going to be a little banged up. So, you know what? I'm going to go with the Hawks on the money line. The fact of the matter, you can get this team at plus 104 with everyone beat up on the Jazz. That's a huge value bet right there, and I'm going to ride with it tonight. If you want to place the same game parlay, which you can do on DraftKings Sportsbooks, obviously, I would go Trae Young to whatever his points total is. I would go Hawks spread, Hawks money line, combine that right there. And I would go with Clint Capella's rebounding total. I think that's going to be pretty nice to you tonight. So make sure you check that out. And then finally, we got a little NFL football. I got the Colts jersey on. I figured I had to wear it. It's Dallas Clark, baby. I was actually at the Indy 500 this year, and someone came up to me. I was wearing this because I'm in Indianapolis. When you're with the Indianapolis Colts people, you got to wear Indianapolis Colts gear, right? So I was wearing this, and a guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, that's a nice looking Dallas Clark jersey." I said, "Damn right it is." So that was cool to see that. But got the Colts jersey on night. The spread's plus 10.5, minus 10.5 for Jets are underdogs obviously tonight. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it. Because it wouldn't surprise me if the Jets come out and play good football, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they come out and they play terrible football too. Because the Colts are 3-5. They lose games late. They find a way to lose. We look at this though. This prop is my favorite prop of the night. We can talk about Mike White, the legend of Mike White. His passing total tonight is 253. I think he's going to go over that. I did bet that. I'm not going to bring this bet on this show, though. I'm going to talk about Michael Carter, his favorite running back receiver. So Michael Carter is Jets running back tonight. He's going to get a lot of touches out of the backfield. He's had 67 and 95 receiving yards, respectively, in his past two performances. Patriots 2 weeks ago, and then last week, obviously, they beat the Bengals. Mike White loves throwing the ball to him. He's worked as a safety valve. He works as a guy that they actually target in an actual passing concept. So it's going to be a good night for him. I think over 37 is a lock. And I think that no matter what happens in this game, I think Mike White goes over the passing total because they're going to be throwing the football down the field tonight. That's the bottom line. The only way the Jets can win this game is to throw the ball down the field. The only way they can be competitive is to throw the ball down the field. Mike White has thrown 77 passes in the past 2 weeks, and there's only one start there. There's only one start. He came in off the bench against the Patriots when Zach Wilson got hurt. Come on now. Hey now. Michael Carter over 37 receiving yards. It's going to happen tonight, guys. So that does it for the show today. Lock it up for November 4th, 2021. Thank you for joining me. It was a blast. It was a pleasure as usual. Pleasure is mine, guys. Thank you so much. There would be no us without you, without the fans, without the viewers. So we really do appreciate that. Connect with me on social at Tanner Kern and hammer the subscribe button. Also, make sure you check out DraftKings, guys. If you're betting and you're in a legal state and DraftKings is available in your state, which it is, use it. Lock it up right now, guys. Thanks for joining me. Let's lock it up. Let's win some money today. Let's take some cash from the books, guys. See you tomorrow for another episode.